San Diego Torero fans, time for your weekly University of San Diego Toreros update covering baseball, men's basketball, softball. Toreros have been making waves this past week, and there's plenty to break down heading into this next week of games. For baseball, this is the big program for USD on the men's side. They're riding a 5-game winning streak, now highlighted by a Tony Gwynn Legacy Tournament sweep. They look dominant in local competition. Sophomore CJ Moran, transfer from San Diego State, has been unstoppable this weekend. He got off to a slow start. He led the Aztecs in hitting last year, comes over to USD, off to a slow start. He was hitting under 200, but had a 450 on base percentage. That told you everything you needed to know about whether or not CJ Moran was going to turn it up or not. Multi-hit games in back-to-back contests, 4 RBIs in consecutive games. Oh, and by the way, his first Toreros home run against his former team, the San Diego State Aztecs, on Sunday night. Hit that ball into the Toreros bullpen in front of Raggers Rail at Tony Gwynn Stadium. Not bad. CJ Moran, you are a Torero.
Yep, absolutely. And fitting right in. And this whole Torero offense has been very, very good especially over the Tony Gwynn tournament. 15 runs in consecutive games, 10 walks, 8 stolen bags, most since 2022, 2025. Scoring in bunches, controlling the middle innings, and manufacturing runs even when hits were scarce. This was a very, very dangerous team throughout the entirety of the Tony Gwynn tournament.
Yeah, I mean, the offense has been legit. They outscored their opponents 30 to, what was that, 9? 30 to 9 in 2 games.
Between Creighton and San Diego State.
Andrew Ganas looked pretty good as a transfer from CSUN, who went to Patrick Henry High School, another local kid, back playing for the Toreros. He had 3 hits and 4 RBIs against the Aztecs. Tanner Kern has contributed. Tanner Kern, I tell you, Tanner Kern has leaned into too many pitches. Because he's getting hit. He's been hit a lot of times. He was hit a lot of times this past weekend, and 2 of them almost went to review. He got away with the flipper out there. So yeah, Tanner's got to be a little concerned. He's got to be a little bit more cautious about that.
He's a freshman. He's learning.
Sticking his elbow pad into the strike zone to get hit by a pitch. Drake Fries earned his first win of the season. 5 strong innings, bullpen cleanly closed games. And for Drake Fries, made a start against Charlotte. It was his first appearance in 20 months. Because of Tommy John surgery. He had a very interesting story, and he's back in his second start, did really well. He gave up the 3 runs, only in 1 inning, but really settled in, got his first win of the season. Good to see Drake Fries back.
Yep, congratulations to him. And you will have the call for the next game, which will be tomorrow as we're recording this on Monday, against UC San Diego.
Yeah, the game will be on ESPN Plus. I will not be doing that. Ted Mendenhall usually does the ESPN Plus version. I will be on USDToreros.com tomorrow on Tuesday. So it should be a fun time. Men's basketball. Senior day was over the weekend. USD fell to LMU 77-65 in their final home game and senior day. They celebrated 7 Torero seniors, including Tenari Lane and Adrian McIntyre. Despite a late comeback, LMU shooting efficiency, especially from 3-point range, proved too much. And they jumped out to the same lead that they had last time. Now, LMU, the last time these guys played, outscored the Toreros 17-0 to get the game started, led to a 29-7 start. This time, 21-7. This time it was 21-9 at a break. It's same start. LMU shot the lights out. At one point, they're shooting 80% with 10 minutes to go in the first half. It's tough to overcome that, but back-to-back overtime games for the first time in team history. A couple of games ago, they had record-setting 15 3-pointers this year over Washington State. Grad guards consistently led scoring in key games. To kind of talk about some of the season highlights for a team that will now be without their head coach, because they're going in a different direction, Frank.
Yeah, we got that news late last week that Steve Lavin was not going to be back with the team going into next year. For the Toreros right now, you got 2 games left on the season. You've got the Oregon Beavers coming up on Wednesday, and then you're closing the season against Portland on Saturday night. Both of those games are going to be on the road.
Yeah, Oregon State. And these are teams, again, here's the thing. USD basketball, as poor as they have played the last couple of games, could still play for a first-round bye in the West Coast Conference Tournament with a couple of good games. We'll see what happens. Steve Lavin is still staying on as the coach and is going to coach through the end of the year, through the end of the West Coast Conference Tournament. Long Beach State did that with Dan Monson. Got him to the NCAA tournament. You know what? Crazier things have happened in college basketball. In softball, strong weekend at the Purple Classic. They improved to 7-7 overall. Softball team for USD claimed a 6-3 victory over North Florida. Taylor Johnson, local product, 3 RBIs, 2 doubles, consistent at-bat performance. Haley Mulligan, Caitlin Wainia, and Shanice Hogue-Lacey all contributing key RBIs. Charlie Johnson threw 6 strong innings, allowing only 1 run, earning the win. Team showed a hot start approach, scoring multiple runs in the first inning and keeping pressure on the Ospreys of North Florida. But overall, pretty good. I mean, they're off to a decent start. They still haven't had that pop on offense yet. They've really done an exceptional job with pitching the last handful of years, but if they can get the offense going, they could get the program going in the right direction with their brand new facility that they opened up last year.
Yeah, and 7-7 through 14 games is not that bad, especially with a solid win over North Florida. They'll get a test tomorrow night again as we record this at Cal Baptist. Will be their next game, so that's another test for them.
So that's a look at the update for USD Sports. Baseball back in action on Tuesday. We'll discuss how they did next week on the update.